To repair your Nokia C301 you will need a T5 Torx star type screwdriver, a small bladed screwdriver, and possibly a pointed tool if you're replacing the earpiece. You'll also need a new display screen if that's damaged, or a new touch screen, also known as a digitizer, if that's damaged. So make sure it's switched off. Remove the back cover, take out the battery, and you can leave the SIM card and the memory card in. And we need to undo these 6 T5 Torx screws. There's no need to remove them, just undo them 6 or 7 turns and leave the screw in the plastic casing. This makes it much easier when you put it back together. Once you've done that, we need to release 2 clips. There's a small clip here and here. So separate the frame slightly, put your thumbnail in there, and push that clip in, and that side's released. Same again this side, separate the frame a little bit and push that clip in, and that side's separated. And this can be a bit tricky. As you open the top, try and keep the metal frame pushed back and lift the screen away. You can't take it completely off because you've got the ribbon cable for the touch screen there. And coming down to the bottom, we need to lift the keyboard up and away. It can be a bit tricky, but it will come away. And open it up, and being careful not to damage the ribbon cable if you're reusing the digitizer. Now we need to release 2 clips. There's one just here, and come over, there's another one just here. Now we can lift the keypad away, so carefully lift it up, and there's a small pin just here that makes it difficult. Once you get it open, you'll find that it lifts up quite easily. And straighten up this ribbon cable to give you a bit more room to play with, and move this about and wiggle it about, and that will lift up and come open. Now we can unplug the display, lift that little plug up, and that's released. And now we can lift out this metal frame. It comes out quite easy. Just lift it up both sides and put that aside. Now we can unplug the digitizer, and if you need to replace the digitizer, it's quite easy. Take the keyboard and bend it slightly and pull that out, and it's not glued in, it's just sitting in there loose. You can lever it out with a screwdriver both sides, and you'll find that will lift out nice and easily. Now if you've got a new one, it'll have a nice flat straight ribbon cable. It should look something like that. That makes it a bit easier when you put it back together. So offer up your new digitizer into the frame and push that down into place, and just check on this side to make sure it's nice and flat. Now your keypad, slide that in from the bottom and push that up until it locates into place, and again make sure it's sitting nice and flat. If you need to replace the display, it's held in with double-sided tape. So you get your screwdriver in here and twist and push it, and don't worry if it breaks the screen because you're replacing it anyway, and keep twisting and pushing, and it'll slowly come unstuck. It's quite a strong adhesive holding it in. And once that's off, you can put that aside. if you need to replace the earpiece, take a pointed tool and insert it just here, and you can lift that up and away, and it comes out reasonably easy. When you put the new one back in, do not push on the silver part, you must push on the black surround. If you push the silver part, it will go in and then your speaker won't work. So just push on the outside edge. Now we can put that aside for a moment, and now we need to plug the digitizer back into the main board. So take your ribbon cable and offer that up as best you can and push that into place. Now offer up the screen frame onto the main board and make sure the ribbon passes through this gap. Now we can put the new display in and offer up this ribbon cable as best you can, and then push that into place, and put the screen down into the frame and fold that ribbon cable down and over so it's got a slight bend in it. Now we can put the keyboard back in. This can be tricky. Put the bottom in first and push that down, and that's gone in quite easy. And now we need to put a bend in this ribbon cable, so push that down, and that's ready. And this one. And now be careful with this ribbon cable, try not to twist it up around this way, have it so it's got a slight bend so it looks like that. Then remove the protective coating if you've got a new digitizer, and if you've got a new screen, put it there as well. And bring the cover down, and this can be a bit tricky. We need to push those two clips on the keyboard into the bottom. So push that down, and that's gone straight in. But if it sticks up, just pull it back out and push them down into place. Once you're happy the keyboard's lined up, we can gradually push the frame back down, pushing that clip in, and once you're happy that's gone down, we can redo the screws up. Just do them finger tight, or you'll just snap them off. And replace the battery. Cover on, and we should have a fully repaired phone. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and give a thumbs up, and I'll do my best to make some more.